Fellow warriors, welcome aboard the Joshticle, and today we're going deep into the depths of critical thinking. Ready your Musou gauges, cause it's about to get all kinds of crazy in here. Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Koei Tecmo's mysterious surprise announcement at Tokyo Game Show 2016. What could it be? For any of you unaware of what exactly is going on, here's the rundown. On August 25th, Koei Tecmo opened their official TGS 2016 website. And there it was, on the front page in glorious Japanese kanji. This is where our story begins. When translated, it says something along the lines of, a surprise announcement will be revealed by Go Shibusawa, who is also the CEO of Koei Tecmo. Fast forward to September 2nd, Koei Tecmo releases their stage schedule. Boom! There it is. On the very first day of TGS, on Koei Tecmo's very first time slot on stage from 1 PM to 1:40 PM Japan Standard Time. Somewhere within these 40 minutes, Go Shibusawa will release the floodgates upon the world. And I'm not talking Fawn Castle floodgates, I'm talking floods on the scale of Noah's Ark. The surprise announcement will be revealed live to all Musou fans. No, to all Koei Tecmo fans across the planet. Until that very moment of pure euphoria, here we are, left to theorize and ask ourselves the question once more. What is the surprise announcement? First of all, this next part is rather obvious, but it must be said that this announcement will most certainly be a video game. I mean, we are talking about Tokyo Game Show, where video games are the main attraction. There would be no reason for Koei Tecmo to kick off their TGS stage presence with anything but a game. As for when exactly in this 40-minute time slot Shibusawa will make the announcement, usually new game announcements tend to have a bigger impact when shown at the very beginning or the very end. My bet lies with the latter. Yes, I believe it will be revealed at the end, and for good reason. This specific time slot serves as the introduction of what is to come. Why not end it off with a bang? To some of you, what I'm about to say may sound like a stretch, but hear me out. The next segment of their show starts at 2:15 PM, whereas the segment where the announcement will be revealed in ends at 1:40 PM. 1:40 to 2:15. That's a full 35 minutes of downtime. Coincidence? I think not. Koei Tecmo knows that the audience will need time to process and recuperate themselves after this epic surprise announcement is revealed. This also gives all the video game journalists and news sites ample time to spread the word of what the announcement turned out to be. Once word reaches the internet, GG! You can expect all fans to go crazy as it starts trending on Twitter and all the gaming websites imaginable. More buzz equals more people tuning in to the TGS live streams. It's a win-win situation for both Koei Tecmo and us fans. Something particularly interesting regarding this teased announcement is that at the time of this video, there is no dedicated countdown/teaser site for it. In the past, we've had them for Koei Tecmo's Attack on Titan game as well as for Berserk Musou. If this highly anticipated announcement being shown at Japan's largest video game convention doesn't have one, does it sort of downplay the reveal in some way, making it feel not as impactful? I don't know. Just some food for thought. But enough of this meaningless fluff. Back to the main idea. For the third time, I ask, what is this surprise announcement? After talking with a buddy of mine and truly thinking about it, I came up with 3 possibilities. 1. It's something entirely new or a revival of an existing IP. 2. It's the long-awaited Western IP collaboration. And 3. It's Dynasty Warriors 9. Of the 3, what do I believe it'll be? Well, if you've been following my channel for quite some time, you already know the answer. Dynasty Warriors 9. I'll explain my reasoning for this in due time, but before doing so, I would like to talk about the other two options. So the first possibility, whether it be a new IP, returning IP, or even another collaboration project with the usual Musou formula. There's not much to say about this because, well, the possibilities are literally endless. Think of any video game or anime franchise. The Musou formula of 1 versus 1,000 can be applied to every single one of them. For example, off the top of my head, I immediately think Final Fantasy. Now toss it into the Musou converting machine and boom! Final Fantasy Musou. Or maybe the Gundam Musou series will finally return. But then again, who says it has to be a Musou game? Who knows, Koei Tecmo could very well reveal a first-person shooter, which is extremely unlikely, and let's be honest, it would probably cause riots amongst the audience. But hey, a possibility nonetheless. And then we have option number 2, the teased Big Western IP collaboration project, which has yet to surface. Aside from the initial utterance of its existence by Juge in his article of Koei Tecmo's financial report, nothing has been revealed. Nothing. Not even a whisper of information has left the mouth of Koei Tecmo. Many people assumed they would be announced at this year's past E3. Big Western IP collaboration plus the biggest Western gaming convention seemed like the perfect setting. However, as we already know, it never made an appearance. So naturally, with TGS ever so near, the possibility of it turning out to be the surprise announcement is certainly there. In spite of that, there is no real evidence that points to its reveal at specifically TGS besides baseless assumptions. At this point of time, maybe the game is well on the way towards a grand debut, or maybe it's still an idea on paper that has yet to be realized. The fact of the matter is, we simply do not know. Then what are we left with? Dynasty Warriors 9. Oh, come now. What other option aside from a random new IP is there if not Dynasty Warriors 9? Never before, since the release of Dynasty Warriors 8 has come an opportunity like this. To have the odds stacked like a skyscraper in our favor of a Dynasty Warriors 9 announcement at TGS 2016 is mind-blowing. Right now, the inner skeptic inside of you is questioning these supposed high odds that I speak of. I've gone into detail of these specific odds in my theory video of why Dynasty Warriors 9 will be announced at TGS 2016. I won't force you to go watch it as I can easily summarize the main points I've made in it. Although, if you'd like the finer detail approach, where I go in depth and acknowledge possible counter-arguments to my claims, feel free to click the annotation or link in the description below. I highly recommend you do so. The main points I made in that video were as follows. 1. We're still waiting on what exactly the big Dynasty Warriors announcement in 2016 is. Was it Dynasty Warriors Eiketsuden? Project Dynasty Warriors? No official word from Koei Tecmo has been said, so it can still be Dynasty Warriors 9. 2. It has been well over 3 years since the Japanese release of Dynasty Warriors 8. Based on the yearly gaps between each main installment thus far, knowing how fast Omega Force is with creating games, enough time has certainly passed for them to come up with something. 3. In these past 3 years since Dynasty Warriors 8, Omega Force has had an abundance of opportunities to experiment with ideas in collaboration titles and side projects that could very well end up in Dynasty Warriors 9. And finally, 4. TGS 2016 is literally the perfect place to announce Dynasty Warriors 9. The only thing that would stop them from doing so is if the game simply isn't ready for a grand debut. If Koei Tecmo misses this golden opportunity, an announcement anywhere else aside from next year's TGS would never produce a bigger bang. It's just too perfect of a scenario. It has to be Dynasty Warriors 9. It must be. But that's just one warrior's opinion and you have yours. Nevertheless, whatever the announcement turns out to be, I'm sure it'll be hype. What do you think the surprise announcement will turn out to be? Is it something entirely new, or a returning IP? Is it the big Western IP collab? Or is it Dynasty Warriors 9? Or maybe you're as perceptive as both Zhuge Liang and Sima Yi combined and you already know what it is. Whatever the case may be, fellow warriors, voice your opinions in the comments below. And that concludes today's video. Until the next batch of juicy info, stay tuned for more Musou greatness. I'm OhhhhMyJosh, and remember, do not pursue Liu Bu.
Feel the power of my magic!